Pearson, put through by Greenoff. Jones is after him. Pearson shot, goal!
Happy New Year to you as we welcome you again to the big match. It might have been, I suppose, a heavy night for you, but I think it'll be worth your while staying wide awake for the next hour as we bring you this lineup. West Ham against Leicester City, the scrap at the bottom of the First Division table. And at the very top, two games of massive importance. Bristol City against the leaders NottmForest, and Forest's two closest challengers, Everton and Arsenal. But first, we have to make a start at Upton Park for the game between West Ham United and Leicester City. And for West Ham's Bobby Ferguson, it was a very special day.
Bobby Ferguson steps into the place left by Mervyn Day, dropped as the West Ham goalkeeper. Only Ferguson's second game in the first team in 4 seasons, and his first since he faced Aston Villa here 2 seasons ago. And George Armstrong, so long an Arsenal favourite, is back in London and in the Leicester side after injury. And what about that beard? This then is the West Ham side, lying 19th in the table for this important game. Derek Hales returns after a stomach virus trouble, and Jeff Pike goes to the substitutes bench. West Ham, in fact, with a very good record here against Leicester City over the last 10 seasons. Leicester, meanwhile, they're in bottom place. They go into the vital game without defender Alan Woollick and experienced Keith Weller, both injured. In fact, they've got a long injury list. John Samuels is back in midfield alongside former Londoners Eddie Kelly and Steve Kember. David Webb, we remember him well in London, is in the back 4. And watch out too for Roger Davis, newly signed from Belgium. He's up front amongst the attackers. The referee today is Cliff Maskell. He comes from Cambridge. And now we're just about ready for the start. And away we go. Leicester City attacking the goal to our right in white shirts and blue shorts. West Ham in their claret and blue and white shorts. Here's Roger Davis, stopped by Frank Lampard. Brooking. Almost a cup-tie atmosphere about this one, so vital to both of them in the basement of the First Division. And a sharp shower of rain about a quarter of an hour ago will keep the surface glistening and the ball moving quickly. Here's Mark Wallington, Leicester City goalkeeper. Leicester's problem is not so much at that end, at the other end. They've scored just 9 goals in 23 games this season. And only once have they scored more than 1 in a game, and that was against Ipswich. So Wallington with the kick for Leicester. Hughes, a bundle in the back there, I thought, but not given. McDowell a little bit lucky. Robson unable to turn with it. Scorer with 6 for West Ham, although David Cross got 7 for West Bromwich Albion before he moved here. And another massive kick by Ferguson, putting Webb under pressure. Williams. Tommy Taylor bringing Roger Davis in the air. Here's Frank Lampard. Lampard. Kerbishley being harassed by Samuels. Here's Brooking again, looking to get it onto the right foot, measuring up that cross again towards David Cross. Got up there, hung in the air, but Webb beat him away, not far. Here's McDowell. Left foot shot, he goal! Oh, and what a goal by McDowell! Oh, my goodness! Well, what a great way to look into the new year. Nobody's had more hard luck through injuries over the last 2 or 3 years than John McDowell. He's forced his way back into the side. What a left foot shot that was. Wallington diving to his right. Hadn't a hope. West Ham 1, Leicester 0. John McDowell, a brilliant goal. With only 4 minutes gone. Hales playing it now for Brooking. Now, what will that do for Leicester's confidence? And above all, what will it do for West Ham's? Kerbishley, a lovely ball for Brooking. And stopped at the very last by David Webb, who began as a schoolboy here at West Ham and got in the nick of time there as Brooking was poised to cross that back from the byline. So, Brooking with a corner for West Ham. Played short. Hales trying to turn it back. Succeeds in turning it back. And the ball has gone over the byline for a goal kick to Leicester City. So the worst possible start for Frank McClintock. Ian McFarlane, his coach, on the right. What a terrible time he's had newly into the managerial business with Leicester. Bottom of the table and a goal down already here. Devonshire, McDowell. Stuck his foot out. Everything seems to be going right for John McDowell at the moment. Kelly. Hughes touching that header down. A nice touch by Kelly. A nice turn by Samuels. And a good pass here for Tom Williams. Not the sort of cross Leicester were looking for. Massive kick by Ferguson. It couldn't get to it, and it might come for West Ham yet. In the end, Hales and Cross couldn't quite get in there. Webb and Sims got themselves together in the end. Here's Robson. Here's Brooking. A touch for Kerbishley. Fighting Devonshire to come to that one. Now Brooking. Beautiful ball by Brooking now for McDowell. There's the cross coming in again. Cross there, a little too high for him. Some nice approach play there by West Ham. And some more pressure to come on Leicester now as Lampard takes it up. Kerbishley now available. Played back by Hales, and Kerbishley got his shot blocked there by Sims. And Armstrong now can lead it out for Leicester City. Again, Billy Bonds missed out on that one. In the race for that one, Kemba was sent tumbling by Devonshire. Here's Devonshire now. Chase that, he says to Robson. And Hales is right in there too. And Robson getting it off Sims there. So making a few mistakes now, Leicester. Brooking's right in there, taking that nice into his mark. Oh, and saved! And saved again! And saved again! Well, a superb piece of keeping by Wallington. Brooking, a tremendous shot that Wallington stopped but couldn't hold. And Robson was in there like a dart. But again, Wallington foiled him. Davis allowed to go free for that one, but exactly do Leicester any good. McDowell with a throw. Cross. Beaten by Armstrong. Here's Hughes. Eddie Hughes to Eddie Kelly. Ty Williams. Hughes again. Beaten by Brooking. Cross up, Hales up, Robson up. And Hales through there from that Brooking pass. And he always makes it count. 2-0. Derek Hales. Cross come across. And Brooking coming across to congratulate him. Hales in the limelight. But it was Brooking's beautiful pass right through the middle that split Leicester asunder. And when Hales gets into that sort of position, he very rarely misses. West Ham 2, Leicester City 0. 31 minutes gone. Now, Billy Hughes. Samuels playing it for Kelly. Kemba. Reluctance in the Leicester side to take a shot, but there's Billy Hughes with one, and really the first moment that Bobby Ferguson has had to really consider. Just to half time. Brooking covered from behind by Kemba. Word coming from the referee. That ball. It seemed to me that Brooking took that free kick twice. My eyes were deceiving me, but Brooking nonetheless trying to get that back from the byline. And in fact, Steve Kemba having a word with the referee about that. Kemba, in fact, 3 Leicester players surrounding the referee, and I think they are claiming that Trevor Brooking played that ball twice in taking the free kick. Brooking it is with the corner. Williams who got it away. Looking again in there first for West Ham. There's another of his crosses going in. That time Rofe got it away with a really powerful header. But Dowell as Leicester come out. And he's onside. Brooking is okay. If he can get this across with 3 West Ham players right in there, including Watson. Oh, great piece of goalkeeping by Wallington. Tremendous piece of goalkeeping by Mark Wallington, the Leicester City keeper. Brooking getting that across. Robson was in there like a flash, and he scrambled it away past the far post. On's up with that one. Still Leicester having trouble getting it away. Kervishley battling away. Now Roger Davis, but he's got little support. Samuels. Armstrong. Played back for Samuels. Now with Kelly. Kelly again. And an offside on this side against Williams. Half-time whistle. And West Ham well deserving their 2 goals scored by McDowell and Hales. But Trevor Brooking once again has been the inspiration of this West Ham side. And indeed, as they go in at half-time 2 into the lead, it could well have been 4 or maybe 5, but for some really brilliant keeping for Leicester City by Mark Wallington. So that's the half-time situation here then at Upton Park. West Ham United 2, Leicester City 0. We'll be right back with you with the second half. So welcome back to Upton Park. It's a sight to gladden a lot of West Ham eyes. The fact that they are 2-0 up at half-time against Leicester City, but above all, well deserving that 2-goal lead. Against a Leicester side that, must be admitted, have been terribly torn about by injuries. Indeed, even their manager Frank McClintock's injured at the moment. Steve Earle on, I believe, in place of Tom Williams. Long ball forward for Hales, cut out by Rofe. Little dummy, just dipped his shoulders beautifully there. And he's found Hales again. Now is Hales going to make something here? Went a long way, and in the end, it wasn't too difficult for Wallington. What was nice was the way that Brooking dipped his shoulders and found a bit of space before he found Derek Hales. The feeling that Hales is beginning to settle into this West Ham side, and he's been caught offside once or twice. He seems to have that hunger for goals that he had in his Charlton days. But here's Tommy Taylor now bringing it away for West Ham. Hales, a nice little touch this time from Kervishley. Robson's gone streaking forward. Devonshire's gone up there. What a ball there by Kervishley for Robson. Brought down, and not even a free kick. It was just outside the penalty area. A lovely ball by Kervishley. Thought for a moment that Robson was going to wriggle free there. Here's Kelly. Some free kick to Leicester. So was a little annoyed. He wanted the game to keep moving. So Kemba turning that ball in again. Tommy Taylor, all the time in the world, not only to chest it down, but whack it away and find Derek Howes, brought down, free kick. It's a bit of the beach over there, difficult to control. Howes was held up and thumped from behind. West Ham's free kick. With about 13 minutes of the second half. Right-footed, searching there towards David Cross. Kemba. Lampard again. Brooking, the scope of the marking man well. And Brooking going right on. Oh, and again stopped by Wallington when it looked as though Robson was going to go in there for a simple one. Brooking, one of these midfield players, as we were saying about Glenn Hoddle the other day, about a midfield man who gets his quota of goals, and Brooking was right in there looking for the goal then, and Wallington just saved it at the last minute as though it might go through to Robson. But Brian Robson scuttling about there, working, making a nuisance of himself the whole time. Kemba. Kelly. Nice little cross by him. Earl tried to reach it, couldn't though. It was Tommy Taylor who got it away as far as Brooking. Here come West Ham again. You get the feeling that West Ham really should have scored one or two more than they have done. They're 2-0 up. Leicester look quite demoralised at the moment, and the chances are there that West Ham just at the moment aren't taking. Brooking. Kelly after him. Wide, that's a lovely cross there, and Cross going in! And David Cross gets his first goal for West Ham. You don't have to look to see who made it. David Cross knows because he's gone over there to say to Trevor Brooking, thank you for that. A lovely piece of play again by Brooking, and Cross diving in at the far side. A funny old bounce that took it just up under the crossbar. West Ham United 3, Leicester City 0. And David Cross, his first goal for West Ham, having got 7 earlier this season for West Brom. One of them, in fact, against Leicester City, when West Brom won 2-0. And Frank McClintock, well, he knows that they're on a hiding again today. Kelly, Kemba on the far side. That's the one that finds him. Nicely played by Kelly, that one. It's a good-looking cross. Oh, and it's right in the back of the net. Steve Kemba has pulled one back for Leicester City, and Bobby Ferguson will be the unhappy man about that one. That looked a long, aimless sort of cross come centre, and Ferguson, you can see hitting himself there. That long, aimless centre, and in fact it goes over Ferguson's head into the back of the net. West Ham 3, Leicester City 1, Steve Kemba the score. Offside against West Ham. Webb. Again. Taylor. start of a Leicester City comeback. Roger Davis hit that well. Oh, and that was a beautiful save. A little word of congratulations from Billy Hughes. That was nice to see. What a great save by Bobby Ferguson, because Roger Davis hit that superbly. It was going in just under the crossbar until up went the fist of Bobby Ferguson, and it was safe for West Ham. So a corner for Leicester. George Armstrong with it. Sims right in there. And it's a goal! And a second one then for Leicester City. Steve Sims is the man who scored it. And suddenly we've got quite a different game. The man who scored it obviously half knocked himself out as he did so. But from that corner by George Armstrong, Sims got up so well. And Bobby Ferguson was beaten again. Well, what a remarkable game now. It looks as though he might have loosened a tooth there. That might be worth having a look at to see if he finally spits it out or not. Bobby Ferguson, the West Ham goalkeeper. I wonder if that'll unnerve him a little bit. The first one he should certainly have had. The second one went in fairly softly. Scorer Steve Sims. So what a remarkable turnabout now. West Ham 3, Leicester City 2, and a game that looked to be comfortable and easy for West Ham has suddenly become a battle. Now, back it goes to Bobby Ferguson with a quarter of an hour to go. Sims is going to get booked for that. Quite rightly so. I didn't see what part David Cross had in it, to be honest, but I certainly saw Sims kick out at the West Ham number 9. And that you cannot be allowed to do. So West Ham with a free kick. Also West Ham now badly needing a goal. Curled in there again, and Wallington, almost had it kicked out of his arms there, and Webb thought that Cross was a little too cross and rough there with his handling of the Leicester City goalkeeper. David Cross went roaring in. Webb felt that he was a little too harsh with his treatment of the Leicester City keeper, but happily Mark Wallington, who's had a superb game, is fit again, and Leicester are really right back in this match now. So Wallington with the kick. Devonshire with a header. Hales is going in on this. Wallington safely cutting it. 12 minutes to go. Kemba, the man who started the rot so far as West Ham are concerned, with that cross-come centre that floated into the West Ham net. Here's Samuels. Well, there's a new atmosphere really about this game and about the Leicester City approach to it as Kelly lets fly now. Billy Hughes right in there, but that header's going to be well wide and West Ham get the goal kick. So there may yet be a bit of hope. The man who is probably suffering more than anybody at Upton Park today in the centre there, Frank McClintock, the Leicester manager. Certainly there's an anxiety about West Ham. But here's Robson, played gently for Billy Bonds. The last thing in the world West Ham want to do is to drop a point here to bottom club Leicester City. A free kick for West Ham. Played now for Curvishton. Back for Devonshire. Oh, it looks as though he might get round Rowe. That's a nice cross as well. And Hales was right in there, but it was just too high. Well, the chances are there still for West Ham, judging by that, the way that Devonshire got round behind the Leicester skipper Dennis Rofe. Kemba, Brooking's header, guided skillfully there to Robson, played back again to Brooking. And again to Brooking. Now they've got him in. Here's Cross. And again, Leicester just got there in the nick of time. Dennis Rofe. About 7 minutes remaining. It's West Ham who've got that look of anxiety about their play at the moment. Samuels. It's only the second time this season that Leicester have scored more than one in a game, and they've never scored three. Here's Rofe. Played towards the near post, and Roger Davis. Rofe again, calling for a good cross, which he's got. Billy Hughes is underneath it. Early's there as well, trying to play it back to Roger Davis, and there was a chance there that almost came Leicester City's way. It's Alan Devonshire who went roaring in there, I think, and took Davis off his stroke. Down from the director's box to the touchline now, John Lyle. Suddenly it's become a little bit of an afternoon crisis for him. Hales is right there. So too was Steve Sims, Brian Robson. That's a West Ham throw. Lovely cross coming in again. Cross getting there. And it's a corner. Could well be that West Ham's troubles are over, because by the time this corner's taken, I think it'll be just about time for the final whistle. Trevor Brooking is the man who's going to take it. Devonshire playing it for Brooking again. Oh, and he slipped. But it's no good for Leicester. The final whistle has gone. Their tremendous comeback has been halted. Trevor Brooking, absolutely marvellous again for West Ham throughout that 90 minutes. Maker of 2 of the goals, and always a problem for Leicester City. Leicester in trouble from the word go when McDowell scored the first goal. Hales had another one before half-time. David Cross got his first goal for West Ham. But suddenly 2 goals in the space of 2 minutes by Kemba and by Sims put Leicester right back in that game. I think everybody's had value for money, and it's West Ham who got the points for the final scoreline. West Ham 3, Leicester City 2.
So it was another of those familiar fingernail jobs for West Ham fans again yesterday. 2 precious points, though. The more so since the 3 teams beneath West Ham, Queen's Park Rangers, Newcastle and, of course, Leicester City, all lost. So that's the situation with Leicester. Remember, 3 go down to the second division. Leicester now 5 points adrift from West Ham, who are just 4 off the bottom. Indeed, 4 of those 5 teams are away tomorrow. Birmingham go to Manchester United, West Ham are at Norwich, Queen's Park Rangers go to Aston Villa, Newcastle are at Leeds, and Leicester, the only home side of the relegation strugglers, they're at home to Manchester City. Quite a day then for West Ham's Bobby Ferguson yesterday, although he looked very much at fault, I must say, with that first Leicester City goal, which was a point I raised with him afterwards. But first, what did Bobby Ferguson think about his comeback day?
I was pleased we got 2 points, Brian. I found it very hard. Coming back after 4 years out, I was a bit nervous, tight. Then
You were nervous before the start?
Yes, I was a bit too tight, yeah. I only relaxed when we went 3-0 up, then one sailed over me, hit it in the back of the net, and the tightness came back again, so I was pleased to get it out of the way.
How did you feel about the one? What, from Steve Kemba, wasn't it? That
Yeah, it hit a cross-come shot. It was a difficult cross, but I should have put it away, no trouble, so down to me.
Mind you, you put away, you very modestly, you put away a tremendous save from Roger Davis just afterwards.
Well, that was easy enough. It was straight at me and dipping a bit, so...
Why is it
no
keepers
problem.
always say that, don't they?
Oh, the easiest ones.
Yeah? But why were you a bit that nervous before the start? I mean, is there such a big difference in playing in reserve football and coming out to do this?
Well, I've been playing reserve now for 3.5 years or something, and I'd won 2 games. And yeah, it's just the whole atmosphere, the build-up from Friday onwards, and it's that nibbles at your stomach and butterflies setting in and the nerves creeping. I was nervous, no question. Yeah.
How did you feel when John Lyle told you that you were playing today?
Good. It felt good then, but that's when the nerve started. Yeah, I was pleased to get a game.
Did you sleep well last night, for example?
Well, I watched the late night film to about 1:30 and had a late night and slept late this morning.
How do you feel? I mean, the goalkeepers union and so on. I mean, it's been a tough week for Mervyn Day. Been a tough few weeks for Mervyn.
Oh yeah, of course it has. Yeah. I feel I've been through exactly the same way as Mervyn's been through. When I first came here years ago, I got stick as well, and Mervyn's getting it now. But there's nothing you can do. You can only keep fit and play through it, and it'll come back. There's no question. The confidence will come back to him.
What did you feel about the side today overall, the West Ham performance?
I felt we were cruising until 3-0 up. We were playing very well. You know, it should have been 5. But as soon as they scored a goal, then I think a few anxieties creep in. Everybody wants to get rid of the ball far too quickly and just pass it in, get 100 mile an hour. Maybe just get it, hold it, play it about.
Sure.
I'm sure that would help.
And Leicester?
I think Frank's got a lot. I've just spoke to him there. Wished him a happy Hogmanay, and I think they got a lot of work on.
But you're glad to get one under your belt.
I'm delighted. No, that's finished.
And you
now,
aim
yeah.
to keep it now?
Hopefully.
Bobby Ferguson, the West Ham goalkeeper. Well, our second match today takes us from the bottom of the First Division right up to the top. The visit yesterday of NottmForest, the leaders, to Bristol City. Brian Clough's team started the day 5 points clear of all the others, and their game at Ashton Gate was covered by HTV's cameras. The commentator is Roger Malone. NottmForest are in the light strip.
Taking it. And that's a fine save there from number 2, Viv Anderson. Well, that was a very sharp header there by Viv Anderson, the coloured fullback, the local Nottingham boy. Robertson and Barrett on the ball. Robertson's chip. And a good header there by big David Needham, and that's in the net. His second goal in consecutive matches. Well, we thought it was a dangerous situation, and Needham there lost his marker, and that header was in the net from the moment it left the big fella's head. Woodcock, a lovely little ball. Barrett in there, the left fullback, and an excellent save. Well, another example of the way that Forest get their back men forward. Woodcock's lovely turn that brought the chance for Barrett, and another alert save is needed from John Shaw. With it. O'Neill. That's for Gemmell to chase. The little man's there. Chance here. And he's in the crossbar, but Woodcock knocked in. And that's number 2 after 25 minutes. Tony Woodcock, the scorer. Well, you can see the way that Gemmell ran early and got to that one. Took his shot well, and Woodcock was in there when the ball came down. Another example of the early thinking and the quick running of this Forest side. Jimmy Mann. Trevor Tainton. Oh, that was a good effort by Trevor Tainton. He made the angle, net rim, only just too high. Peter Shilton, though, was in position to save if necessary. Merrick. Royal. Gemmell there, picking up what other people have earned for him and doing it so well. Robertson has dropped back a lot in this game to midfield. Woodcock's early run gets him away. He's got Willie far post. Oh, and Willie just missed it as it came across from Woodcock. Forest really pulling City apart now as the Bristol side push a lot of men forward. Woodcock herring away with the again his far post, and he can't quite reach it. But that's a brilliant save there by John Shaw from O'Neill. Well, let's have another look at that, because that was pure magic by John Shaw. First of all, as Woodcock sprinted away, he managed to divert the centre away from Withy. And then when O'Neill had his goal at his mercy, Shaw somehow saved it again. Magnificent keeping by John Shaw. Barrett. Collier must beat Woodcock for height. O'Neill, Gemmell, Withy. O'Neill. And he's away. Does it beautifully. O'Neill scores 3-0 after 13 minutes of the second half. Well, as O'Neill gets away there, you can see how he keeps calm, letting the goalkeeper show himself, letting the defenders make up their minds, and finally O'Neill slotting it through a defender's legs for a cheeky and decisive, surely, third Nottingham Forest goal. Good play there by Hunter and Gow. This is Tatum. Abbott, quick tackle by Needham. Royal flicking on nicely. There's a chance here for young Mabbott. And it's there! Oh, what a very good goal indeed! Well, that's the way to come into a game as a substitute and change it. As young Mabbott got the chance there were plenty in this crowd who'd back him to beat Peter Shilton, because young Mabbott has shown this season that he knows how to score. McGovern has it. Woodcock, watch him turn. Oh, good tackle there by Donny Gillies. It's not Gillies, it's Sweeney. Gillies is off the field. This is a chance for Mabbott. Now can he make it 3-2? Oh, well, he did well, didn't he? Well, that's such a vital moment in the game. We've got to see that again. As Mabbott gets away, the angle becomes difficult. The shot is good, but Shilton spreads himself. Mabbott doing quite well. Burns' error puts Ritchie in. Well, that was a good second save there by Shilton. And there have been moments when City might have made it 3-3. And that was one of them. Sweeney. Oh, a cheeky and beautiful ball. Mabbott. Oh, a beautiful effort there. My goodness me, that boy Mabbott, what he's done to this game since he came into it. In the 18 minutes since he came on, he's scored one, nearly got another and hit the crossbar. What might have been if he'd come on earlier.
So Nottingham Forest go roaring on, 3-1 winners there. No wonder some of the bookmakers are making them 13-8 favourites now for the title. And what a game they've got tomorrow when they're at home to Everton. We should be looking at Everton's latest performance a little later on in the programme today. But now on the programme, after a brief Christmas break, it's time to open up our Crazy Corner game, and we tell you about some of the crazy things that have happened to you in football. It surprised all of us, I think, that so far we've not referred to own goals in our Crazy Corner series. We're going to put that right straight away now, because the Worcester Park Athletic Club have written to me about their third team who are playing in Division 3 of the Surrey Combination. They won a game 5-4 and they scored all 9 goals. The 4 goals their opponents scored were all own goals, and one man, the centre-half, Robin Brightwell, got 3 of the own goals himself. He tells us very modestly that he took his chances superbly, gave his own goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. 3 own goals in one game. That really is quite a record. But surely the craziest own goal ever televised came from Leicester City's Keith Weller in an FA Cup tie at Luton in 1975. Can you imagine a more embarrassing moment than this?
If I caused you pain, I know I'm to blame. Must have been insane, believe me. From the bottom of my heart, dear, I apologize.
Sorry, Keith. Well, that really was crazy enough, but we have got one that's even more embarrassing than that. It was the day a Mexican goalkeeper threw the ball straight into his own net. Perhaps it's just as well we can't tell you his name, but this surely has got to be the own goal to beat them all.
Viña la tiene, pierde un poco de tiempo y al disparar a esta Marina y firme que la suelta, gol. Tiempo y al disparar a esta Marina y firme que la suelta, gol. El gol más de tiempo y al disparar a esta Marina y firme que la suelta, gol. El gol más insólito que haya visto desde que estamos.
I'd love to know how you explain that one away. Right, we'll have some more Crazy Corner for you on the programme next week. And now as we go into 1978, we look back just for a moment to the past 12 months, indeed at a player who in the past week has been named European Player of the Year for 1977. His name is Alan Simonsen of the German club Borussia Mönchengladbach. Alan is a Dane, and this is how the voting went for that title. Simonsen got 74 votes. In second place, Kevin Keegan of Hamburg with 71 votes. Kevin, incidentally, was sent off in a friendly game in Germany yesterday. In third place, Michel Platini of Nantes, France, 70 votes. Fourth, Roberto Bettiga, we know all about him, Juventus, with 39 votes. And in fifth place, rather surprisingly, Johan Cruyff, Barcelona, with a mere 23 votes. You might be interested to know some other British players who got votes. Emlyn Hughes and Steve Highway each got 5. Trevor Brooking got 4. Peter Shilton got 2. And Gordon McQueen and Ray Kennedy each got 1. But why did Simonsen get the verdict? I'll show you why he got the verdict. It's because he could score goals like this. The first one coming up now against Red Star of Belgrade. A lovely little glancing header there. And in the same game, what about this for a volley taken beautifully? As the ball is turned inside over the goalkeeper, but what about that for a volley just inside the far post? Alan Simonsen with beautiful skills. The goal that I like the best, the one we've shown you once before in On the Ball, was this one against Vajas of Budapest. Started well inside his own half. Now look how he carves up this Hungarian defender. Once, twice, and that's what you might call an explosive finish as well. And in another game against Red Star of Belgrade, a beautiful, delicate touch as the ball comes to him inside the penalty area. Just look at this now. There he is. 1, 2, 3. Alan Simonsen, European Footballer of the Year for 1977. Right, for our last game today, we go north to Goodison Park for the battle between the two clubs locked together in second place behind NottmForest, Everton and Arsenal. Everton with 2 successive Christmas defeats behind them. Arsenal, who'd won their last 6 away games. The pictures come from Granada Television. Commentators Gerald Sinstadt. Everton are in the white shorts.
Lyons judging it well. Price turning it back. Forward by Young. Dobson for Everton. George Wood. And now Darracott. Nelson's header collected by Ricks. And a tackle by Ross. It's Graham Ricks leaving the throw. Nelson to take it. Stapleton for Ricks. Player with pace and skill on the ball. That's a neat little cross towards the near post, put out. No, kept in fact. And Ricks crosses it again. MacDonald was under it. So too is Sunderland. MacDonald trying to get onto it. A cross by Sunderland and inches past that far post, and Wood is not pleased. Ball was bobbing around in his 6-yard box. He left it to the defenders, and they were not very positive in getting it away. Arsenal's ball. Dobson. Thomas, Pejic. Holding off the challenge from Price. And going on with Thomas now outside him. Oh, and he's got a gap for himself. And it's bundled in by Latchford. Latchford gets the goal, but Mickey Prejic gets the credit, and the linesman gets a kiss from a fan. Good play by Prejic. Thomas came outside him. Defenders caught in two minds. Prejic saw the gap, went through it, and it was a good shot that Jennings couldn't hold, and Latchford was following up for his 20th goal of the season. King. Brady. Now Sunderland. Stopped by Prejic. And Latchford showing the nifty back heel. Brady. Nelson. Ricks. Brady calling for it and getting a good ball and turning it well in his stride. That was beautifully done. Arsenal's best move so far. Brady went on the run, called, Ricks delivered, and Brady met it in mid-air very cleverly, but Wood made the save. So we're all at full strength again, and here's McDonald nipping in. And it's a catch for Wood. McDonald slipped in there, finding Lyons, not entirely concentrating perhaps. Darracott, Mackenzie. Darracott again. He's played a full part and is recalled to the team today. And Kenyon too. It's a good ball from Kenyon for Dobson. On for Thomas. And Thomas's pullback is headed away by Young. Sunderland. O'Leary. Stapleton. Brady. And McDonald is onside. Now he's got Wood to beat, and Wood has come out, and McDonald has made an awful hash of it. Well, that really was a terrible mess by a man who has played at centre-forward for England on a dozen occasions. Right through, slight suspicion of offside, but the flag stayed down. McDonald went on, and when he met Wood, really didn't seem to know what to do. Simpson. Nobody coming to challenge him. Pushes one through for Stapleton. And comes to take it again. And Wood catches. Quarter of an hour to go now. Only visiting teams to win at Goodison Park this season. NottmForest on the opening day of the season. And Manchester United here last Monday. King. Mackenzie. And King again. And he's found the net! Well, I wonder whether they work that one out. They look very pleased on the bench. So simple. King gives the ball, takes the return, and fires it with great certainty past Jennings, and that is 2-0. Liam Brady for Arsenal. Simpson. Ricks. Thomas finding Wood. Handball signalled by the linesman. Referee plays the advantage. No point in stopping the flow of play for that. Stapleton. Nelson now playing in a more forward role with Simpson covering him at left back. Sunderland.
Well, there was some very good work there by Dobson. Wood seemed to have got his angles all wrong, and the ball was cut past him by Sunderland. Dobson came to the rescue. Nelson would have preferred to have the advantage there. He didn't seem at all pleased when the referee called them back. But Simpson has crossed well, and Young has met it, and Wood has made a fantastic save. Good free kick move. Nelson to Simpson. Simpson across that a winger would have been proud of. Young met it like a bullet, and Wood pulled out the save of the match.
So that's it then. Arsenal, with that defeat, slipped down to 4th position. Nottingham Forest there, as I say, at the top, still 5 points clear of Everton and 6 of Liverpool, who have moved into 3rd place. And in fact, the matches that have of importance there to be played tomorrow, Nottingham Forest, as I said, have got that home game against Everton. Liverpool are also at home, that's to Middlesbrough, and Arsenal have a home fixture against Ipswich. Well, have a good start to the new year, and remember, next week we've got a special FA Cup edition for you on the big match. I can promise you 3 outstanding third-round ties for your enjoyment. But we're going to leave you today with 3 goals for West Ham that looked for so long as though they would be more than enough against Leicester. In the end, they were only just enough, but they still meant 2 precious points in that battle against relegation.
Derbyshire, being harassed by Samuels. Here's Brooking again, looking to get it onto the right foot, measuring up that cross again towards David Cross, got up there, hung in the air, but Webb beat him away, not far. Here's McDowell. Left foot shot, he goes! And Hales through there from that Brooking pass. And he always makes the count. Devonshire wide, that's a lovely cross there, and Cross got in!